Hey sis, thank you so much for working with me. So Clara audiently, um, the chaos is coming because the veil is so thin and the shadows, your children's shadows, your shadows, everybody's shadows is just running fucking rampant right now. The children need to be meditating. I see them all sitting there meditating together. It may be time that you introduce them into spirituality just a little bit. You can just start with the meditation. That's going to calm the energy down because the conflict is coming from the shadows. The conflict is coming from all the ancestors because I feel like everybody don't share all of the same ancestors. There's conflict in the house because there's so much spiritual activity. Got some star seeds, and the energy hasn't been stabilized because you have to taught them how to. So as you're recentering yourself, let them see that. Also show them incense, get some patchouli, burn some patchouli with them. So you can get one of them small incense sticks and then light it. And then you guys would all meditate together for the duration that the stick is burning. As you're reteaching yourself how to stabilize your energy, let them see that and show them how to do that as well. My niece, I had adopted my niece and she's staying with me for a few years. But as she started her awakening, because it usually happens to kids that are in between the ages of 6 and 12. Shit. But like when Shorty started getting, you know what I'm saying, spiritual, her mama Mexican. Okay. And we ain't share all the same ancestors, okay? Shorty was in here popping shit in Espanol. You know what I'm saying? Her ancestors trying to get at me. And I'm like, look, I'm going to teach your ass how to meditate. Now she's back with her mom, but she had anger issues. She'd be arguing with everybody, saying very, very nasty things. Everybody not to say she's perfect now because she definitely still has some behavioral problems. But when she gets like, she know how to bring that shit in now. So if I didn't teach her nothing else, I'm glad I taught her that. You have to show them how to balance themselves and how to center themselves. Talk to me about the children. Introspection. See? That's everybody calmly sitting down, like sis right there. Breathing in the nose and out of the mouth. When there's chaos and you want to whoop their ass, instead of whooping their ass, make them meditate. Instead of sitting them in timeout where they're just sitting there simmering in their feelings, make them meditate and find the stillness. There'll be justice in this. This is going to get together. But the mother is the master of the house. The mother makes the house a home. And so if you're not in balance and you're not working on your own divinity, then they're not going to be in that energy. So it's a reflection of how you feel. Okay? But your ancestors saying that you are blessed. You know what I'm saying? And everything is actually fine. Okay? It might just be what's going on in the collective. That collective energy. And also with the veil being so thin right now, it's just so easy to get thrown off a little bit. Okay. I like get into these moods where I'll be like fighting to like keep my energy like stable. And when that happens, like usually I'll start to get hot over the head or like feel it in my body and things like that. It's not the easiest thing to do. We can get a little off track sometimes. It is what the fuck it is, you know what I mean? Don't judge yourself about it. Just maybe why it's happening is so that you can like come back, you know what I'm saying? I'm back in, I'm better. Head ass type shit. And to be able to teach your children to do these things as well. Okay, so tell me more about the children. Yeah, it's gonna take some hard work, but especially getting them all in order. Because I'm like, what the fuck you want us to do? But planting the proper seeds, okay? Because your children pick you as their mother, and they pick you as their mother because you're a divine feminine energy, okay? And you're supposed to be able to teach them. It's part of your soul contract with them. So you're supposed to be able to teach them certain things. So in order to do that, you have to plant those seeds. Working with the shadows in the house as well. Look at being in that divine feminine energy, the master of the house, baby. Get them babies in order. Okay. Call on your ascended masters to help you stabilize that energy. And they're going to come down and put a very, very light, bright energy around everything. You guys are going to be able to turn away from all of that negative aspect of the awakening and focus on the positive and focus on the ascension together. The balance brings the blessing. I don't know about that. Okay, we're gonna get into the second. Fast, because you know the ancestors like to spill tea. Let me see. Tell me about the career, please. Okay. There's something unrequited with the Fool card. Okay, we're gonna get into it. Your ancestors are calling for you to be strong. So maybe there's something that you want to do, or something that another ancestor card at the bottom, another strength card at the bottom, with raising your vibration. There might be something that you wanted to do in the past, something that you're judging yourself about, or maybe not feeling like you can do it, or this is something that you want to do. I think it's something else that you want to do. Maybe something else that you've always wanted to do. Why is the self-judgment out here? Okay. Because you're confused about some things, which might be where the darkness is coming from. They're wanting you to work hard at that. But I do just want to verify, should she change career paths? Okay. Yeah. There's something that you're supposed to be doing some research about. There's something that you're supposed to be getting into. And the conjure card at the bottom. So I would say stick with your career for now, but there's going to be something that's going to come along that's going to like stir you up. If you don't already know what it is, that's why that conjure card is right there. Shit's going to stir you up. You're going to get, you know what I'm saying, fired the fuck up. You're going to feel it in your belly. You're going to feel it in your soul. You're going to feel it in your spirit. You're going to feel like it's right for you. And that's when you know when to hop on that shit. If you already know what that is, start getting yourself prepared for that by doing the proper research. Your ascended masters and the holy house, they definitely rocking with you in that energy. Tell me more about the other thing. Yeah. Corruption with the introspection. So there might be something else that you wanted to do, something else that you wanted to get into, but it got corrupted. Do you know what this is? It got corrupted. Something led you away from it. Or you might have been doing it in the past, or had dreams and desires and aspirations to do it previously, or you haven't tapped into it because you need to do the introspection first. Either one of the two. But okay, Your ancestors said, yeah, the corruption is going to have to be fought off. You need to fast too. The corruption is going to have to be fought off. That's going to be one of the easiest ways for you to burn some of this dark energy off, and you feel enough for your square. Starve that shit, okay? Give the better apple. We not eat nothing. We slice some motherfuckers head off. Okay, fight that negative energy off. Okay, call on your ancestors to fight that negative energy off as well. These are both wine cards. This represents magic. This is in the spirit realm. Call on your ancestors to help you burn that energy off. And when you work hard to do that, they're going to come down and they're going to bless you with the frequency that they need you to be on. Again, with the introspection. So, tab off, I'm sorry. This is only going to happen when you do the introspection, when you are in the energy of the introspection. You need to do some mirror work too. You need to be working with your inner child. As you're working with your children, you need to be working with the inner child. And again, if you already know what this is, do some research on it and start getting yourself prepared for it. And if you don't know what it is, and the vision is cloudy and it's corrupted and you're not sure what direction you're supposed to be going into, then the introspection is going to help you clear up that corruption. But in the meantime, whatever career path you have right now, whatever's bringing the bread home, definitely stick with that. But before you step out with anything else, make sure you're doing the proper research and you're in proper preparation. Tell me about the outcome of a new career path, please. I got you. Bump, nigga, what? Okay. You heard what he said. You heard what he said? So you are supposed to. That's God's plan for you. Something else. It's something else. We are listening, Most High. We are listening. Okay. There's an imbalance with some type of romantic shit that's going on. Maybe I want to talk about question number 3. We finna say right. The pain and loss from a previous relationship has you conflicted and confused about a lot of things, and it has you in the energy where you don't feel as confident as you should. Because if God is with you, you should feel confident in everything you do. I'm a confident ass bitch to be in a 2-buck club with a cracked tooth, a front tooth. I'm confident in the motherfucker. Cause God'll make me feel like I'm the only girl in the world. Like I'm the only one that he ever loved. Like he the only one to know my heart. The only one. That confidence brings about a whole nother fucking level of alchemy. And that confidence comes from the Most High. Surely whatever situation he put you in, he put you in it to make you stronger, not make you doubt yourself. That's not what that shit was for. That's not what that was for. There are no L's, only lessons. So whatever it was that you were going through, whatever it is that you have been through, those things have been put into place to teach you. God's divine design is perfect at all times. So, learn what you need to learn from them, and then you give that shit to the ancestors. You give it to the Most High. You call on your spirit guides to assist you in boosting that confidence. Meditate on that solar plexus chakra. Meditate on that third eye chakra. Yay. Okay. It came out all over again. So whatever bad situation this was that had you in this energy with your kids, with this masculine energy, it was a blessing. And that's what God wants you to know. Whatever this was that hurt you, and it has you confused, perhaps feeling a little less confident in several areas, it was a blessing in disguise. It was. Know that. It wasn't made to confuse you. You're supposed to learn from it. Fight those negative energies. Give them up to the ancestors. God got your back. Give your ancestors an offering. Be very, very mindful because there's anxiety here. Okay. And the wheel of fortune is still turning on your introspection. So even though you're trying, it's only so far, so deep that you're willing to go, because it's only so far it's only so deep you're going, because it should hurt too much and it's too hard. And sometimes you don't feel like you're doing it right. But there is no way to do it wrong as long as you're doing it. They don't tell you that shit in the storybook. There's no wrong way. There's no wrong way. There's no wrong way. The only wrong way is to not do it. This shit is banging. This shit done stimulated all my inner nigga. Have you ever had any fucking Simply watermelon juice? I was just saying a year ago, like, why they make every other juice but watermelon juice? And now they do. And I feel like a new bitch. I feel like my life has been changed for the better. That's some blessings. That's some blessings. Okay? Spoke this shit into existence. So, there is some things that were holding you back. There were some people that are holding you back. And there were some shitty booty ass people that confused you about some things. The question becomes, are you going to let this stand? Are you going to continue to walk in the maze? Because guess what, baby? When you walking in that maze, guess who right behind you? And they ain't even got no goddamn cape. You got a cape. They ain't got no jackets on. This needs to be worked on. Your ancestors are saying that you have, they have spiritual gifts and things that they want to show you, things that they want to help you with, things that they want to tell you, things that they want to bestow, but you have too much anxiety. And so you won't get the divine king until you deal with the anxiety. Because if you get the divine king before you're done healing, you're going to be projecting a lot of insecurities onto him. And if you project the insecurities onto him, he's going to stay. I haven't asked the question, but whatever. The justice card at the bottom. Y'all gonna let me ask the question or not? Can I say it out loud? Tell me about Edwin, please. Right now, the energy is unrequited because of the lower vibration that you're in, okay? The energy is unrequited because this is the demonic, dark energy. You need to be working with your shadows. You have a lot of work to do. You need to be working with your shadows too. And getting control of your house, getting control of your energy, getting control of your aura, getting in control of your chakras, getting in control of your situation. Because this is what is blocking this shit. This is what's blocking it, okay? This is what's blocking this, okay? This is why the energy is unrequited. You ready? Okay. Now, this talks about breathing divine breath into your children, onto yourself, on everything and everyone around you. It speaks about breathing that divine breath, right? Okay. So you do that. Give your offerings to your ancestors and ask them with your healing work, your shadow work, your chakras, your shadow. Ask them for everything. That's what they there for. Ask them to help you with all this shit. Everything you're doing, include them. Give them offerings. Beef up your offerings. This is the blessing card. And this is the white picket fence. That's you, that's him, and that's the children. And there might actually be another child. So that's a hard yes on Edwin. Any more information on bro? Okay. Okay. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Yeah. He's got some stuff that he needs to work on too. So he's not prepared. He's confused about some things, okay? His ancestors are still working on him. You got some anxiety going on and your ancestors still working on you. So this is you and this is him. Your ancestors trying to give you shit and you confused. Yeah, the anxiety, soulmate head ass energy right here. And vice versa. Your ancestors are working on you and his ancestors are working on him. But if y'all work hard and learn how to work together and the seeing together, you become one with the universe first. Become one with your strength first. Take your spiritual gifts and your blessings. Conjure what you want. Deal with your past traumas. Then y'all gonna come together and it's gonna be delightful. More confirmation on that. And there'll be money. There'll be financial blessings because it'll be an ordained situation from your ascended masters. They're saying you're being stagnant, so you want it or not. They're saying you're throwing a temper tantrum because you don't want to dig as deep as they want you to. You must be obedient. The obedience is required. And the outcome is not assured unless you show them that you're going to do what they're asking you to do in order to get it. Oh, sometimes I sound so fucking repetitive. I just... Ancient mothers. Okay, I have all y'all speaking at one time. Okay? Yeah. You'll have to go through the fire and purify yourself. You'll have to dig down deep. Okay? It's gonna be some breakdowns. I can't tell you how many times I done sat there and fucking just cried and bawled on that goddamn floor. Like, please help me. I says, I don't know what the fuck I want me to do, but please tell me what to do and then help me do it. Tell me what to do and help me do the shit. I don't know. Wake up the next day feeling like $1 million motherfucking dollars. Cause I'm on the floor crying. And my grandma looking down at me like, her grandma be out here this little crybaby bitch. She say, tell her what to do, then help her do it. She crying down there. I bet. We got you, little mama. Wake up feeling like a whole new bitch. Isolation is required in order to solidify your desires and set the definite purpose in order to achieve them and plant the seeds. You must go through the fucking fire, sit in isolation with it in order to start anew and manifest desires. They say you're a little scared of getting in there. You're dealing with some manipulation from other parties and some criticism. Identify where that's coming from. And why you care. Let me tell you something. Sidebar, come here. If I had $1 for every motherfucker that's done called me crazy, stupid, fat, ugly, a bad mama, trifling, whatever motherfucker else they can, dumb, whatever else they can conjure up to say negative about me. If I had $1 for every motherfucker that's done said some stupid, dumb shit to me and tried to manipulate me, this whole motherfucking room would be full of stripper hoes. And I'd have enough dollars for all of them. Why do you care? Why you care what other people think? Everybody else gonna live their life the way they want to live their life. You need to live yours the way that you want to live yours. And if you're not sure the way you want to live it, then you must tap into your deepest desires and start there. Sidebar over. Self-love is a true initiation into spirituality. It's the key. Because self-love is love of self, goddamn. And it's the love of your creation. And you come from the creator. So love for self is love for God. That's amplification. Wow. Transmute that energy of this manipulation. It's just making my earplugs go boom, boom. It ain't even fucking rings, go boom, boom, like vibration. Okay, maybe that's one of your ancestors. Hold on, please. Thank you. Criticism and manipulation. That energy needs to be transmuted. There's an ancestor that wants to help with that. An older lady, heavy set. The wind just started blowing. Okay, ma'am. Could have had a fro. Gray fur, fro. She had spiritual gifts. She had discernment. She could astral travel. She was in the church. Could have been sanctified, maybe or maybe not, but she did see behind the veil. There were a lot of things that she had going on in her life and a lot of things that she saw and a lot of spiritual talents that she had that she never told anybody. But that ancestor's been waiting for you to come on your awakening. And that's who's going to help you. That's who wants to help you. And that is who had the ability when she was still alive to heal. Okay? Show compassion towards the children. Show compassion towards the children. Tap into your alchemy and start anew. Complete this cycle and start anew. This ancestor is going to provide you with clarity, and this ancestor will produce the energy of joy for you on call. This ancestor will produce the energy of purity to you on call. This ancestor requires that you be of servitude to your community as per sacred law. She has high expectations pertaining to you moving with integrity. Not hexing, not casting spells, not retaliating. Simply calling upon her when shit gets sticky and that shit needs to get broken up. She says that you're overreacting about a lot of shit, the denial card. It's not as bad as you think it is. You're supposed to be the visionary of the family, the new champion. Step into it. Allow her to regenerate you when you center yourself and you center your children. Okay? And when you meditate alone, meditate on your heart chakra and that third eye chakra and that crown chakra. And don't forget about the isolation. But when you're meditating with the children, you are going to be amplifying the energy of the children. and amplifying their child design, because those are the next champions. And one of them was sent by your ancestors. So be very, very mindful with the children as to not fracture them. Be very, very mindful of what they're watching. Be very, very mindful of the things that they're seeing on TV. Be very, very mindful about their social programs. She's concerned about the children. Be very, very mindful of the social programs. Be very, very mindful of how your children see themselves, their own sense of worth, their own sense of self, their own reflection. Be careful about their insecurities. Be careful about knocking them insecurities the fuck out the auric field as soon as they try to latch on. She said, get it together. She said, center yourself. And if you don't know, and if you're scared, you can call her. Anything you need. When you're scared, you can call upon this particular ancestor. In order to achieve the success that you want, in this bag that you want, this life that you want, you're going to have to set your intention to it, and you're going to have to let some things go. And a lot of them are mental. I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much for booking with me, sis. If you have any questions, you know where to find me.